Welcome back to another episode featuring a conversation with YouTube presenter, Mr. Regular from Regular Car Reviews. Brought to you by APiDA Online, this is Offtrack. This is a nice little spot. I mean, do you...
Oh, it's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse?
Yep.
Let me put on handling mode.
Oh, it has a handling.
Yeah, you can't tell a difference.
Oh.
I don't know if you can tell a difference. Maybe.
Like this is a car from 2000. They didn't have magnetic suspension back then.
Yeah, but it's the air suspension, and it gave it a little more pressure.
Okay.
I mean, it keeps the car a little bit more planted, but again, maybe that's broken. Maybe it's just in my head.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you a bit about your channel and your increased success with the channel.
Thank you.
How did you first start? How did you first have the idea for Regular Car Reviews?
I started, and forgive me for this interview that I've answered, that some people are going to be watching this and they've heard this story before. Mm-hmm. But I was getting tired of everybody, and I shouldn't use an absolute word like everybody, most. A good number of
let's just say everybody. Yeah.
A good number of online videos where people weren't putting care into the writing of their things. It was all wishing to be the next Allen Ginsberg, off the cuff, the first draft is the best draft, full of ums and ers. Mm-hmm. And we were talking before this at lunch about the people, but this and that, and the kind of sort of reviewers where everything's, the car's kind of like this, mm-hmm. It's sort of like this, it's a bit like this. Have some conviction in your words.
Right.
If you're wrong, so be it.
Mm-hmm.
But have a stance. I know we were also having a conversation about if you want to be successful, you have to shoot for the middle audience. But layups are great, but friggin' sometimes go for a show-stopping dunk or make a wild-ass throw from the half-court line. I don't even like basketball because I'm terrible at it. I try to dribble, the ball hits my shoe and goes flying across the court. And also, I have terrible, you want to follow this road as it goes to the right here. I know it veers off a number of different ways.
Well, that's an interesting
thing.
I
wanted to watch something about cars that I would enjoy, and I have a disgusting sense of humor. So I wanted that, plus car reviews, and I love history, so I wanted more history buffs, or something that was like some history buffs would like. Mm-hmm. Combine that with a devotion to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Right. Not a state. On paper, we are not a state. We are a commonwealth.
Okay.
What's the difference? Same thing.
Yeah. I didn't have anybody check my passport when I got in, so might be the same thing. But all right. So you said you wanna, sometimes you need that three-pointer from the half court.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people are trying to do, especially with things like Drive, where they run into problems because all their stuff is very, very ambitious, and they realize
Drive has a very high overhead.
Yeah, and
production value.
Yeah, the reason why is because the stuff that they do is very
great. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
But it's very expensive to make. So
RCR I put all my eggs in the riding basket, and a buddy of mine criticized me for that. It's like, you're a terrible you're a terrible cameraman. I'm like, yep. Yeah, like you got to have it. We got into a disagreement because I'm an English major, so the writing and the narrative is the most important part. Mm-hmm. I joke that if you want RCR, you don't even have to look at it. You can just listen to it.
Right.
Because it's one non-stop narrative from the beginning to the end. We don't break it up with a bunch of I just bought a slide for my tripod. I'm gonna use it in everything. Really slow slide looking at the headlights. I have a slide going over the back seat. Suddenly the wheels are always turned toward how about this road, man?
Wow. Jeez. How about this road?
How about this turn? You can use my perspective from this.
Wow. Jeez, this is nice. I wish I had a car that wouldn't go into that ditch over there.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying about the slide. I call that...
You have a slide?
I do.
I don't.
I do.
Eventually I'll get a slide. They are useful.
But what happens when you go, oh my God, the videos look so much better, and now
Yeah.
people are enjoying them more,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna eat your words, Mr. Regular.
Right.
Well, what I'm thinking is...
You can take a pick any way you want to go here.
All right, let's go right. So...
Croft. You're gonna take us to Croft.
That whole, what I call PowerPoint presentation
Going down
video.
895 there. You like this road?
Oh yeah. But yeah, like the whole like the PowerPoint presentation, the slide, the kind of very generic thing. I have no idea why that's so popular.
Top Gear.
But it's not Top Gear because
with Top. I mean, slides have been around. They've been around.
Right, but the whole thing where you have some kind of light EDM playing over no car sounds, by the way, zero car sounds.
Yeah. Or this guy puts the camera right up next to the friggin' muffler tip and thinks that's where the good noise comes from. So that
and it's just the levels are just spiking like crazy.
That's what I call American muscle. I got you got a Chevy Seville, 1969. That was the glory days. Bruce Springsteen got the little wifey's now. I drive this one. Sharon, get back in the house! Bark, bark, bark. Rustle of the camera. I go, this will look them. Where's my microphone?
I'm gonna make a video.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna make all your levels speak. But you got this. I'm gonna show you the. And this is what. And I guess we'll start it up now. Let you hear a little. That's what I call American muscle. Oh, remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
And that's the state of YouTube car videos in 2015.
Daddy's got a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. So is that your competition, or are you trying to like?
Who is regular car reviews competition? Because what is it? Is it really a car review show? I get facts wrong.
But
here's the thing.
But here's the thing. That doesn't matter. Do you watch Red Letter Media? Mm-hmm. Red Letter Media, for those who don't know, they have a character called Mr. Plinkett. Mr. Plinkett. Half in the Bag is really, actually, it's a very good show. I like that show a lot.
Big boy, Red Letter Media. No one cares about Half in the Bag.
Yeah,
I got my Qui-Gon right down here in my basement. What's wrong with your face?
That's a very, very good Mr. Plinkett impression.
Well, it's easy to do Mr. Plinkett. It's all in the jowls. Comment on this web zone. I'll get you pizza rolls.
Well, for those who don't know, Mr. Plinkett is a character made by these people in Red Letter Media, and he does very lengthy reviews.
I forget the real guy's name. Roman knows who he is. The depth and real close readings, a real film analysis of what he does.
Yeah.
In the middle of a guy who's gone, I'll let you out like that.
But the thing is, he obviously gets things wrong, but you can tell that they're intentional.
Yeah.
Like Queen Amadama.
Poverty is the spice of wit. This was said by William Shatner.
And everything is just the perfect punchlines. And one of the best bits is when he was doing Titanic review, and this is Kate Winslet, and she's played by Rose McGowan. So it just shit like that. Like if you hear it just in passing, it'll be like, oh, that sounds sort of what it is, and then you realize like, no, that's completely wrong. All right, that's enough for today, but what did you think? You can leave a comment down below to give us your view, or you can join us next time when we continue the conversation. Be sure to follow Mr. Regular on his channel, especially if you like meat. If you like this video just a little bit, hit the subscribe button on top of me, because I promise you, I promise you it'll get better. It can't get any worse.